fun.
All right, folks, Mr. Delroy Christie is the president of the Trelawny Chamber of Commerce, and he's with us now. Morning, sir.
Morning.
And welcome to Smile Jamaica. Welcome to Cross Country Invasion. The Chamber of Commerce, businesses, you lobby for the businesses. Is that what you do? When people say them lobby for the business, what you mean by that?
We try to affect government policy to make sure that the commercial aspects in Falmouth and Trelawny benefit to the maximum.
Hold up, yeah, just a little bit. And all the companies get involved in this, or no?
Not enough.
Not enough. But why would they not if it's to their benefit?
I couldn't tell you. We are trying to get them all to be a part of it.
It's a cost to them?
Very minimal cost, but the benefits are greatly outweigh the cost.
What they have to pay to be a part of the commerce?
It's a structured payment, the highest being $20,000 for large hotels. Smallest
This is for a year? This is yearly?
For a year, yes.
Okay.
Smallest being $2,000 for individuals.
And you do what with that money? What does the Chamber of Commerce do with the money when you get that?
The administrative costs that we have to deal with. We have a secretary that we have to fund.
Okay. We were talking before we came on, so some things are happening in Trelawny, in Falmouth. That's a given. But you seem to think that more could be done, should be done?
Yes, the infrastructure is lagging way behind. Way behind. Garbage problems, problem with lack of parking facilities, problem with drainage, problem with central sewage. The town just cannot continue to expand
This
like
is Falmouth you're talking about?
This is Falmouth.
Oh.
So with all of these problems that arise, where do you think the money should come from? Do you think the government should be making all of this happen? Or do you think that as citizens of the town, you guys should actually put into it to make it happen? Because if we continue to wait, it's not coming. So
citizens cannot fund infrastructure. That's obviously government. But I think the government regards funding in Falmouth an expense. It's an investment, not an expense. And that's how they should be looking at it.
Why do you think that they focus more on tourism as opposed to the infrastructure of the town?
But to focus on tourism and living out infrastructure doesn't make any sense. Because unless the infrastructure is where it is supposed to be, the tourists will just not come. They will stop coming. They've been complaining for over the years over the problem with drainage and the smells in the town and garbage collection.
The actual tourists have been making
Yes, they have been complaining.
But having said that, the ground was broken recently for a huge hotel. That's going to be lots of money. I suspect if you have a hotel, then tourists will come, which means if tourists come, they're going to spend money in Falmouth, in Trelawny. No, sir?
That means more people in Falmouth. That means more garbage. That means more problem with parking. That means more sewage. You understand the problem?
No, I understand the problem, but
yes.
Does that not mean more money for the town to do some of these things that you're complaining about?
But the money doesn't come to the town.
The money goes to the government.
So what is the suggestion from you to the powers that be?
They need to spend more money. They need to invest more money in infrastructure.
Specifically what?
Parking facilities are very, very vital. You can't park in Falmouth, so people take the business to Montego Bay because there's no place to park. The drainage is a major problem. Sewage is going to overwhelm us in a very short time.
So you want just an overhauling of all of these things?
Yes, we need to modernize infrastructure in this town.
Well, I see here that they actually started, the mayor, Colin Granger, announced that we're having a fix for the traffic issue. So that's one issue that's being dealt with. So do you not think that that is a step forward?
We have been having promises now for years. We need implementation, not promises.
You're not too impressed with what's going on, are you?
Not at all. He's like, at his last, he's done.
That's the general feeling of thinking everybody in Falmouth.
Look like you're glad you get this little mic to say what you have to say. Hold it up a little bit more for us. What about the Trelawny multipurpose stadium? That we heard White Elephant when that came about. I think it was 2007, the Cricket World Cup. It is obviously, or has obviously not been used to its full potential. True?
No, it's not.
What should be done there? I know cricket games should be, you play cricket games. I know you usually have, I don't know if those Jazz and Blues usually have that there or something like that. So what's going on there now?
Trelawny is noted for its athletes. Everybody knows about Bolt and Veronica and these people, right? There's no track at the stadium.
A stadium without a track.
Exactly. For a parish that is famous for its athletes. Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Is there another area, because it was built originally as a cricket stadium, and as I said, I know football was played there. Is there any other area that a running track could be put down, or you want it at the
No, there's land in Trelawny, but the ideal thing would have been to expand the stadium to take in track.
Can that still be done?
Well, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I haven't done any studies up here.
Yeah, you mentioned, Usain Bolt, Sherwood content. I think I remember many years ago that they wanted to use Sherwood content, where Usain Bolt is from, as a tourist attraction. I don't know if it was the house that he was in or whatever. But what about that? Anything going on there?
Not as far as I know. I think the access roads were upgraded. But I think that's about it.
The roads were upgraded.
Well, there should be a statue of Bolt in Water Square.
Who should push that?
Well, we have been pushing it for the longest while. But
to whom? That would be the Minister of Sport, or the Ministry of Sport. Mm-hmm. And you've had words with Ms. Grange, Minister Grange?
We haven't spoken to Ms. Grange, but the plans have been afoot for many, many years. But again, as usual, it doesn't happen.
I'm a little surprised. I mean, I haven't been down here for a little while, but when you hear about what's happening in Falmouth with cruise shipping and, again, this new hotel, I'm a little surprised that you seem to think that not now go on.
It's not. No, I said nothing not going on. It's going on too slowly. Things are happening, but they're happening much more too slowly.
Yeah.
The town is developing a lot faster than the infrastructure is developing.
Yeah. You had a town hall meeting. When was that? Was it last night? Did you? Was there a?
The last one.
We had a meeting yesterday. That's going to be extended to today.
That meeting was called
because the bridge was closed. The old bridge that you used to enter Falmouth from the east was closed.
Why?
The bridge has deteriorated over the years. It's over 100 years old.
Okay.
And apparently there was no maintenance done to it, and they didn't realize it was as bad as it is.
Okay.
So when they inspected, they found the bridge is in a serious situation, so they closed it.
So that meeting last night going on to today is to what? Get money to fix it? No, what?
just to highlight it. Because
but isn't it closed already? So isn't it highlighted? Aren't they aware of the fact that it's non-functional?
Nobody knows what plans there are. Will the bridge be replaced?
So this is to ask questions to find out what the situation is and how, and give the public answers.
Yeah. Final question from me. There was a story that came out in early February about the not having lights, and there were some accidents.
Lack of traffic lights.
Yeah.
There are traffic lights all over the highway in St. Anne, all over in St. James. There's a light even at the border of Trelawny and St. James. There's not one in Trelawny.
And that has caused accidents?
Yes, because the intersections are very, very busy. There are no traffic lights. There's not even any lighting. At night, you have to feel your way to turn off the highway. It's very dangerous. Yeah. And a lot of people have died on the highway because of that.
Yeah, I came out this morning on the highway, and you were right.
It's dangerous.
I came out about 4 o'clock, and it was pitch black. You're perfectly right.
We've been begging for lights now for years. As usual, nothing happens.
Who is the representative that you guys give all of these concerns to? Who is your representative?
We talk to everybody. We talk to the mayor. We talk to the member of parliament. We talk to the ministers involved. We have written to the prime minister. What else can we do?
All right, sir. Well, you don't sound like a happy camper, but I hope things will work out. Mr. Delroy Christie is the president of the Trelawny Chamber of Commerce. Say a prayer for us, folks, because it's started to drizzle. So say a prayer for us that it does not get any worse. We'll be fine here. But thanks again, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot. I'm going to go for a break, and we come back with more on Smile Jamaica. We're in Water Square in Falmouth. It's the Cross Country Invasion 2019. Soon come.
Oh, what a night. What a night, what a night. Oh, gosh, what a night. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, 'cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good.